It's Saturday night, December 10th, 2022, and fans are still pouring through the doors here at the National Guard Armory on a cold night in Kansas City, Kansas. I'm Jeremy Seeger calling all of tonight's action as Central States Wrestling presents the return of our biggest event of the year, Deal with the Steel 4, Ultimate Jeopardy!
What we were interested in was playing the long game. We were interested in playing the long game with you, Premier, because guess what? You signed up for the long game. But now, I'm sick of the long game.
Hey, we're done playing with you kids, all right?
I'm sick of the long game. I'm sick of the long game. I'm sick of you not being here. I'm sick of you running. I'm sick of the Howletts wrestling the best talent in the world while you two sip your stupid hipster coffees at home.
They're ducking us.
So guess what? I'm going right to the boss. I'm going to the EVP. I'm going to Michael Strider, and I'm asking them to put you and us
where they can't get away! Where they can't get away!
In the cage!
Fans, what a phenomenal way to bring back Deal with the Steel after a 16-year absence with the biggest show we have ever put on. Before we get started, let's go over the 8 huge matches that you will be seeing this evening. Scott Tyler looks to make it 2 in a row here in CSW as he faces Dredd Roberts, who is making his CSW debut. In a rematch from our November 2021 event, Aftermath, the Black Diamond Luke Langley looks to get his first win in CSW as he challenges the Haymaker, Jameson Holly. 2 men who have been on a tear in CSW will face off as Dan the Dad will take on the Rehi's Arjun Singh, who will be accompanied by his manager, Roscoe Leech. The newly formed team of Miracle Violence Reborn, Moonshine Mantell, and the Kings Road Slayer Derek Neal, who will be accompanied by their manager Greg Jovi, will lock horns with Team Ambition, the Quadfather Camaro Jackson, and Mike Outlaw in what is sure to be a hard-hitting matchup. In a rematch from our last event, Vendetta, the best pizza chef, Luigi Primo, looks for a slice of revenge as he takes on the big strong boy, Ethan Price. The Mile High Magnum, Dak Draper, makes his first title defense since winning the Central States Championship last month at Vendetta against the DWF champion, the Monarch, Jeremy Wyatt, with special troubleshooting referee Ace Steele overseeing the action. And of course, our huge main event, nearly a year in the making, a match to settle it once and for all. The Premier, S.K. Bishop and Campbell Myers, who will be accompanied by their manager Roscoe Leech, will go to battle against the Tribe, Hoodie and Anaya Howlett, who will be accompanied by Coach Frass in an Ultimate Jeopardy steel cage match. If the Howletts lose this match, they must break up as a tag team and leave CSW forever. If the Premier lose, Coach Frass gets 5 minutes in the cage with Roscoe Leech. Kicking things off tonight is a dream match for many fans here in Kansas City. Representing Grindhouse, Spitfire Davey Vega challenges second to none Kenny Alfonso, who is making his CSW debut. Let's get down to our ring announcer, the Space Cowboy Jason Jones, to kick off Deal with the Steel 4. One half of the Grindhouse tag team, Spitfire Davey Vega, makes his way to the ringside area as he is set to lock horns with a debuting second to none Kenny Alfonso in this our opening matchup here at Deal with the Steel 4. Capacity crowd here at the Kansas City, Kansas National Guard Armory, raining down a chorus of boos to this competitor, Davey Vega.
He is sponsored tonight by PK. He weighs in 175 pounds from Kansas City.
As I mentioned, he is making his CSW debut, second to none Kenny Alfonso, who is being sponsored tonight by Kincaid Arcade here in Kansas City. Alfonso, no stranger to the Kansas City wrestling scene, Midwest wrestling scene. He is an exciting competitor and a welcome addition to the Central States Wrestling roster. This young man will have his work cut out for him this evening as he steps in there with a wily veteran in Davey Vega. Referee for the opening matchup here at Deal with the Steel 4, Adam Kennedy. We've got the bell and Deal with the Steel is officially underway. Collar and elbow tie-up as both men looking to get an early advantage in this matchup. Alfonso taking the arm of Vega as he just wrenches down on it, goes into a wrist lock. And puts the pressure on that left arm of Vega. Vega with the reversal. Alfonso with a beautiful switch into a hammerlock. Nicely done by Kenny Alfonso. Reversal into a standing side headlock. Down to one knee goes Davey Vega. Vega torquing away at the head and neck of Alfonso early in this matchup. Alfonso firing off a couple of shots to the breadbasket of Vega. Off into the ropes goes Vega. Big shoulder tackle takes Kenny Alfonso down to the canvas. Certainly not what he had in mind. As now Vega into the ropes. Nice leapfrog by Kenny Alfonso. Alfonso into the ropes. Leapfrog by Alfonso again. But a kick to the midsection by Davey Vega puts a halt to that momentum immediately. Vega with an Irish whip into the corner. Up and over goes Alfonso. Nicely done by Alfonso as Vega charges in, catches the back of Alfonso's elbow from the second rope with a drop kick by Kenny Alfonso. Sends Davey Vega to the outside. Alfonso charging in. Looks like he's going to go for a tope suicida. No, he puts the brakes on as Vega gets back into the ring. Vega kicking out that middle rope as Alfonso attempted a springboard attempt. Vega is a crafty competitor as he just fires away a big stomp right to the temple and make that 2 to the temple of Kenny Alfonso. And now just kicking away at the upper part of the back of second to none. Big knife edge chop echoes through the National Guard Armory. Knife edge chop by Alfonso. Make that 2. But now Vega going to the eyes of Alfonso. Referee Adam Kennedy all over the case of Vega for that. As Vega just going to work on Alfonso here. Got a cover by Vega. Alfonso able to kick out. I think it's going to take a lot more than what Vega has dished out thus far to get a W over Kenny Alfonso. Shot to the midsection by Alfonso. And a big forearm strike just drops Kenny Alfonso down to the canvas. We got another cover. 2 count only as Alfonso bridges up. Another 2 count. And a big chop right to the chest of Kenny Alfonso by Spitfire Davey Vega. Thus far, he's shown flashes of brilliance in his CSW debut. I'm referring to Kenny Alfonso as he fires off a series of chops and goes into some machine gun chops, just lighting up the chest of Spitfire Davey Vega. Overhand right by Alfonso connects. Arm ringer, Irish whip, reversal by Vega. And hard into those turnbuckles goes Kenny Alfonso. Alfonso just not able to build up any sustained momentum here in this matchup, as Vega seems to be 1 or 2 steps ahead here in this match. Vega, of course, primarily a tag team competitor with his partner, the gunslinger Matt Fitchett, but Fitchett on the injured reserve list, dealing with the shoulder injury for the past couple of months. Hopefully we'll see him healthy and back into a CSW ring in the near future. In the meantime, his partner Vega with the rear chin lock, trying to slow the breathing down of Kenny Alfonso. Alfonso just back up to his feet now, fires off a shot to the midsection, make that 2 and a third. Off into the ropes, but a handful of hair sends Alfonso back down to the canvas. We've got a cover by Vega. 2 count only. Rear chin lock applied, center of the ring by Davey Vega. Adam Kennedy there to check on Kenny Alfonso. Make sure he's still conscious. Alfonso trying to feed off the energy of this crowd as he makes his way back up to the vertical base. Jawbreaker by Alfonso breaks the hold. Vega charges through with a kick, but it's caught by Kenny Alfonso. Alfonso with a big strike takes Vega down to the canvas, make that 2. Vega back up to his feet. Irish whip, no reversal by Vega. Sends Alfonso into the corner. Vega charges through but catches the boot of Alfonso. Alfonso now up on that second rope. Up and over he goes. Charges forward into the ropes. Ducks a wild clothesline. Springboard stunner by Kenny Alfonso. Nicely done. Alfonso with the cover. 2 and 3. No, he holds on. Goes immediately into an STF. Not ideal ring positioning, but it's locked in tight as he's looking for a submission victory here against Davey Vega. It would be a huge win in a debut matchup for Kenny Alfonso for him to get the victory over the Spitfire Davey Vega. Into the ropes goes Alfonso, charges forward, up and over, he's dumped onto the apron. Still standing though, blocks a shot by Vega and fires off a big kick right to the face of Davey Vega. Alfonso back into the ring, but his feet were swept out, and a stomp by Davey Vega. And a kick to the side of the face that just rocked Kenny Alfonso. We've got a cover, 2 and 3, no. Kenny Alfonso kicking out with just a split second to spare. Vega besides himself, he thought for sure that was it. But Alfonso kicking down, or digging down deep, my apologies. Able to kick out. Big knife edge chop by Davey Vega. Vega bringing Alfonso up to the top rope. A little slow to follow up his Spitfire. But he's got something in mind here for Kenny Alfonso. He fires off a big right hand that rocks Alfonso. Vega now up to the middle rope. Possibly a middle rope suplex. He's got that front face lock. Taking a little bit of time here to get this done. Looks like we're going to see a middle rope suplex out of Davey Vega. Alfonso hanging on for dear life to that top rope, fires off a series of shots to the midsection, breaks free, and a headbutt sends Davey Vega down to the canvas. Kenny Alfonso shaking off the cobwebs. He's perched up on that middle rope, now going to the top rope. But Vega wisely rolling out of the way, stopping any plans that second to none Kenny Alfonso had for Davey Vega. Alfonso charging forward, caught by Vega, driven face first right into that middle turnbuckle, all impact. And that rope just kicked into the face of Alfonso, and a huge clothesline turns Alfonso inside out. Good for a 2 count, nearly 3. And Spitfire, this is why they call him Spitfire, as he is losing his cool. Inside cradle by Alfonso, 2 and no, 2 count only. Discus forearm catches Alfonso right in the jaw, and a knee strike that returns the favor. Catches Davey Vega, spinning kick miss. This one does not, as he connects with that enziguri. Alfonso into the ropes. Tope Suicida connects. Nicely done by Kenny Alfonso. He throws Vega immediately back into the ring. Tilt-a-whirl into a inverted DDT. 2 and 3, that'll do it. Winner of this matchup in his CSW debut and an impressive victory. Second to none, Kenny Alfonso. Once again, thank you to Kincaid Arcade for sponsoring Kenny this evening here at Deal with the Steel. I have to wonder what's next for Spitfire Davey Vega here in Central States Wrestling. as he has been a singles competitor due to his partner being injured. I'm certain 2023 is going to be an exciting year, not only for that man, Kenny Alfonso, but his opponent for this evening, Spitfire Davey Vega. Fans, coming up next, a matchup that has what I imagine are championship implications, as the Rehi's Arjun Singh, who will be accompanied by his manager Roscoe Leech, goes one-on-one with Dan the Dad in this, our next matchup at Deal with the Steel. Let's get down to the Space Cowboy Jason Jones for the introductions. Oh boy. Well, Jason Jones saying that Arjun Singh is no longer the Rehi's. He is the Cowboy Arjun Singh. And I have to wonder, two immediate thoughts. What the hell is he wearing? And two, why is Roscoe Leech even out here? Shouldn't he be more concerned about the main event? But nonetheless, Arjun's got the microphone. Let's see what he has to say. Arjun Singh looking to add some marsala to our lives as he makes a case for looks like a Central States Championship matchup. He wants a shot at that title held by the Mile High Magnum, Dak Draper. Wrestling out of the great wrestling city of St. Louis, Missouri, Dan the Dad coming out to the ringside area to a thunderous round of applause by this capacity crowd here at the National Guard Armory in Kansas City, Kansas. We've still got fans coming in through the front door as our capacity crowd here keeps growing well into the start of Deal with the Steel. Those fans just getting here, they missed a great opening match, a fantastic opening match. But they're just in time for what is sure to be another great matchup here between Dan the Dad and the Cowboy Arjun Singh. Like I said, this match likely has championship implications. As both men have racked up an impressive number of victories here in Central States Wrestling. Referee for this matchup, Adam Kennedy. Collar and elbow tie-up to start things off. Dan the Dad taking no reversal, no. Both men just jockeying for position as Dan has Singh back in that corner. We get a clean break out of Dan the Dad, but Arjun Singh going right into a side headlock, taking advantage of that referee break there. Dan with a standing switch as he just cranks away on the head and neck of Arjun Singh. The Cowboy shoots off Dan into the ropes. Hip toss block by Dan. Shot to the midsection. Cartwheel over by the Rehis and a pick of the legs sends Dan the Dad down to the canvas. And now Arjun into the ropes. Step over by Singh. Leapfrog nicely done by Dan the Dad as he puts on the brakes. And a little bit of Dad shenanigans here by Dan the Dad. Singh charging forward. And some more shenanigans out of Dan the Dad as he brings Singh up to the vertical base. Looks like he's going for a hangman's neck breaker and he connects it. Nicely done by Dan. We've got a hook of the leg and a cover. Good for a 1 count. As Dan looking to make short work of Arjun Singh here in this matchup. Singh, wild swing and a miss. Knife edge chop by Dan the Dad lights up the chest of Singh. As Singh now retreating to the opposite corner. Another knife edge chop courtesy of Dan the Dad. Irish whip, no. Singh puts on the brakes. He's holding onto that top rope. And Dan fires off another knife edge chop, much to the chagrin of Arjun Singh. Irish whip, no. Reversal by Singh. Singh charging forward and just chop blocks the knee of Dan the Dad. Singh now with that leg as he just drives it backwards, yanking on the joints of that leg of Dan the Dad. We've got a cover. As Singh now focusing his attack on the knees of Dan the Dad. I can hear Roscoe Leech's loud mouth there at ringside. Again, I'm beside myself as we've got a hook of the leg and a cover. 2 count only as Dan the Dad able to kick out. Like I was saying, I'm beside myself that Roscoe Leech is even out here. He must feel very confident that his tag team, the Premier, will be victorious tonight, and he will not end up spending 5 minutes in the steel cage with Coach Frass after our main event tonight. 2 count for Dan the Dad. Arjun charges forward. Dan greets him with the back of his elbow. Dan charging forward. Nice power slam by Arjun Singh. We got a hook of the leg and a cover. 2 count only as Dan able to kick out. Following that textbook power slam by the Cowboy Arjun Singh. Singh now going to work again, focusing his attack on that knee of Dan. We got a hook of the leg and a cover, 2 count only. As Singh taking umbrage with our referee Adam Kennedy's counting abilities. Now Singh just choking away at the prone Dan the Dad, using that middle rope for leverage. Singh bringing Dan up to his feet. Dan breaks free, fires up a big right hand. Make that 2 and a third for good measure. 4th. There we go. He's off to the races with those right hands just lighting up the jaw of Arjun Singh. As Dan winds up the pitch, and it takes Arjun Singh down to the canvas. Singh makes his way back up to his feet, but collapses in that corner there. Dan the Dad charging forward. Big forearm strike by Dan. Full head of steam by Dan again. Another back elbow this time. Up and over goes Dan to the apron, as he just catches Singh with a boot to the jaw. And now Dan going up to the top rope. Big cross body block from the top rope. Hook of the leg and a cover. 2 and no. 2 count as Singh is able to kick out with very little time to spare. You see Dan there favoring that left knee that Singh went to work on earlier in this matchup. Dan slow to get up. He seems to be in a better way though than Arjun Singh, obviously. Front face lock by Dan the Dad. No, reversal by Arjun Singh, who just fires off with a big forearm shot. Into the ropes goes Dan. Little Irish whip reversal there. Side slam by Dan the Dad. We've got a cover. 2 and 3. No, 2 count only. Great shot here of the action here at Neal with the steel 4 as Roscoe Leech gets up onto their apron. Once again, sticking his nose where it doesn't belong. Dan the Dad takes his eyes off of Singh for a second, catches a big spear by Arjun Singh. 2 and 3. No! Dan the Dad able to kick out with very little time to spare. Arjun Singh beside himself. Singh now setting up, goes for a running knee strike. Misses though as Dan the Dad fires off a kick to the to the upper chest, lower chest, I'm sorry. Both men now exchanging forearm shots in the center of the ring. European uppercut by Arjun Singh. But Dan with a series of forearm shots. Singh holds on to that waist of Dan the Dad. Dad with the back of his elbow just cracked the jaw of Arjun Singh. Arjun collapsing onto that middle rope. As now Dan the Dad, he's taken off that belt. Goes without saying that he's going to go to town on the backside of Arjun Singh with that belt, and he does so. Fireman's carry by Dan the Dad. But Roscoe Leech reaches in and grabs Arjun's ankle, pulls him down. Singh goes right to that knee, and a big knee strike by Arjun Singh. We've got a cover. 2 and 3. That'll do it. Your winner of this matchup, thanks in no part to Roscoe Leech, who may or may not be getting a comeuppance tonight, is that man, the Rehi's Arjun Singh. A hard-fought battle by Dan the Dad, but one that I got to imagine he would have won had Roscoe Leech not interfered. Call him the Cowboy, call him the Rehis. Arjun Singh and Roscoe Leech definitely have a argument to be made for a shot at whomever is the Central States champion at the end of the night tonight. It's either going to be Draper or Jeremy Wyatt. But fans, coming up next, A big tag team matchup as the newly formed Miracle Violence Reborn, Moonshine Mantell and the Kings Road Slayer Derek Neal, who will be accompanied by their manager Greg Jovi, take on Team Ambition, comprised of the Quadfather Camaro Jackson and Mike Outlaw. Let's get down to our ring announcer, the Space Cowboy Jason Jones, for the introductions. Well, I stand corrected. There's Greg Jovi, the manager of Miracle Violence Reborn, and not Jason Jones, obviously. Greg Jovi with the introduction of his newest creation, Miracle Violence Reborn. That man, Moonshine Mantell, followed by the Kings Road Slayer, Derek Neal. These two have quite the history together on opposing sides. At our event in May, Strapped, these two headlined that event, the main event, in a leather strap match. It was Derek Neal who was victorious. After that match, Greg Jovi had some words for Derek Neal, saying basically that the fans don't care about him. And I got to imagine that's when the seeds were planted in Derek Neal's mind. Last month at Vendetta in the fatal four-way to crown our new Central States champion, it was Derek Neal coming out and interfering on behalf of Moonshine Mantell, taking out Camaro Jackson. Jackson's longtime training partner, Mike Outlaw, part of Team Ambition, came out during that match and came to the aid of the Quadfather. And here we are now at Deal with the Steel in this big tag team matchup. Arguably one of the strongest men in Central States Wrestling, the Quadfather Camaro Jackson, fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri. This man is a tenacious competitor and an absolute beast in terms of strength. Jackson's partner for the evening, Mike Outlaw, the leader of the Bandana Brigade. These two, as I've said, are part of the Team Ambition Dojo out of St. Louis, Missouri. An absolutely stellar academy to learn the craft of professional wrestling if you're in the St. Louis area. capacity crowd, and I still see people coming in through the front door here at the Kansas City, Kansas National Guard Armory are in for a treat with this matchup. It's going to be a complete hoss fight. Really a kind of a handicap matchup here, as Team Ambition will also have to keep their eyes peeled on Greg Jovi. They're on the outside. He is not afraid to involve himself in the matches for his wrestlers. Although with Mike Outlaw and the Quadfather Camaro Jackson, he'd be wise to not get involved at all. Derek Neal, the Kings Road Slayer, and Mike Outlaw starting things off with a collar and elbow tie-up. Neal takes Outlaw back into the corner. Neal with the wild left hand. Outlaw able to duck out of the way. And Neal taking advantage of the rope break to keep Mike Outlaw away. And Outlaw essentially not being able to capitalize on that wild miss by Derek Neal. Neal with the boot to the stomach of Mike Outlaw and a big left hand from the southpaw. Irish whip by Neal. Up and over goes Outlaw. Outlaw with a deep arm drag. Textbook nicely done as he holds onto the arm of the Kings Road Slayer. Neal back up to his feet, takes Outlaw back into the corner. No clean break, knife edge chop by Neal. Irish whip. Up and over goes Outlaw again. A little razzle dazzle into a drop kick by Mike Outlaw. And Derek Neal taking a little breather on the outside as Miracle Violence Reborn kind of regathering their game plan here early in this matchup. Ambition being sponsored tonight by Primetime Sports and Fitness, with their lead fitness instructor, Oliver Hester. They can help you accomplish your fitness goals, improve an athlete's speed, agility, strength, and confidence, and more. You can visit them on Facebook to get more information. Just do a search for Primetime Sports and Fitness. Back to the match at hand. Mike Outlaw tagging in the Quadfather Camaro Jackson as he steps in. Looks to go to work with Moonshine Mantell there. Just two big men. Collar and elbow tie-up. I say that the Quadfather is arguably one of the strongest men in the CSW locker room. Take nothing away from Moonshine Mantell. That guy throws weight as well. As Moonshine now with a standing side headlock. Using those arms, those big arms of his, of Mantell's, squeezing the head and neck of Camaro Jackson, but Camaro with the reversal into a headlock of his own. Miracle Violence Reborn, Team Ambition, the premier of the Howletts, Grindhouse. The tag team division in Central States Wrestling is healthy and is extremely competitive. Moonshine Mantell charging up, no, kick to the breadbasket, and a big clubbing forearm right across the shoulder blades of the Quadfather Camaro Jackson. Huge knife edge chop. Connects, and now Jackson into the corner of Miracle Violence Reborn. Tag in by Mantell to Derek Neal. Neal, the southpaw, with a big left hand. make that 2, just rocking Camaro Jackson. Big forearm shot by Derek Neal. Sends Jackson back into the corner. Knife edge chop by Jackson as he tries to fight his way back, get that pendulum of momentum swinging back into his favor. After a series of knife edge chops, Irish whip into the corner, and a big back body drop by Camaro Jackson. A display of that strength I've been talking about as he throws the 260, 270-pound Derek Neal up and over his head with relative ease, as now a charge forward by Mike Outlaw. Forearm into the snapmare. And a big knee drop right to the sternum of Derek Neal. We've got it covered. 2 count only. Team Ambition making great use of the quick tags, cutting off the ring. And it looks like a double team suplex with a cover by Camaro. Only good for a 1 count as Derek Neal immediately tags out to Moonshine Mantell. Both men jockeying for position, and it's Jackson taking Mantell into the corner and firing off a series of shoulder blocks into the sternum area of Moonshine Mantell. Knife edge chop that just explodes the chest of Mantell, courtesy of Jackson. Irish whip into the corner goes Mantell, and a back body drop for Moonshine Mantell. We've got a cover. Good for a 2 count. Whip into the ropes. Reversal by Mantell. And a knee by Derek Neal, but Camaro Jackson returns the favor with that overhand right. But he catches a drop kick by the waiting Mantell. Mantell with a forearm shot to Mike Outlaw. And on the outside, Derek Neal going to town on Camaro Jackson. Referee's back is turned. And Neal dumping Jackson back into the ring. Mantell now using those ropes and just driving the knee down into the chest of the Quadfather. Big knife edge chop echoes through the National Guard Armory. And now Derek Neal taking a few cheap shots while the referee's back is turned. Mantell, a couple of forearm shots there. He tags in Derek Neal. Surprisingly, for the first time tagging together as a team, Moonshine Mantell and the Kings Road Slayer Derek Neal are working very well together. Whip into the ropes. Big drop kick by Derek Neal. Earns him a 2 count as the Quadfather kicks out. Neal bringing Jackson back up to his feet. Fires off a shot, short shot to the forehead of Jackson. Knife edge chop by Derek Neal. Tags in his partner, Moonshine Mantell. It's now Miracle Violence Reborn making use of quick tags and cutting off the ring. Full head of steam for Derek Neal as he just drop kicks Camaro Jackson in that corner. Belly-to-belly suplex by Moonshine Mantell. This should do it. 2 and no. Mike Outlaw coming in and ending that pin attempt by Mantell and what would surely have been a 3 count. Front face lock by Mantell. Corkscrew suplex, nicely done by Mantell. He goes for a cover. Good for a 2. Big forearm shot across the back and an arm wringer by Mantell. He tags in Derek Neal. Neal in now as Jackson tries to fight off. He's unsuccessful. Big belly-to-back suplex. Sends Jackson crashing down to the canvas and a nice elbow drop. We've got a cover. 2 count only. Quad Father desperately needs to make a tag to his partner Mike Outlaw here in this matchup if they have any chance of being successful. As Derek Neal fires off a big knife edge chop. Irish whip into the corner goes Jackson. Neal charges forward, goes for another drop kick but finds nobody home. As Camaro Jackson able to get out of the way at the last second. The Kings Road Slayer taking a nasty hit to the back of the head as he came crashing down from those turnbuckles. After Camaro Jackson was able to get out of the way. Both men now slow to make the tag over to their partners. Derek Neal does, as does Camaro Jackson. Mike Outlaw fires off a shot to Neal. Ducks a clothesline by Moonshine Mantell. Fires off a knife edge chop. Introduces Mantell into 2 of our turnbuckles. Irish whip, no reversal by Mantell. Big clothesline by Mike Outlaw, and he is the proverbial house of fire here. Clothesline attempt by Derek Neal, but Mike Outlaw able to get out of the way. Neal charges forward, up and over he goes to the apron. And an enziguri by Mike Outlaw connects. Outlaw just slamming Derek Neal down on that apron. Outlaw back into the ring, ducks a wild clothesline. Springboard corkscrew elbow. We've got a cover. 2 and 3, no. Moonshine Mantell kicking out at the last second. Last millisecond, I should say. Capacity crowd here at the Kansas City, Kansas National Guard Armory rallying behind Mike Outlaw and Team Ambition. As Outlaw now perched up on that top rope. What does he have in store for Moonshine Mantell? He comes off with a big leapfrog as Mantell had it scouted a bit. Waistlock go behind by Mantell into the ropes. Tag in by, I believe there was a tag by the Quad Father. Looks like there was, and a big shoulder block sends Moonshine Mantell sailing across the ring. Fireman's carry by Camaro Jackson. And a big running boot by Mike Outlaw into a Death Valley driver by Jackson. We've got a hook of the leg and a cover. 2 and no. Greg Jovi pulling the referee out before he could make that 3 count. This is what I was talking about earlier. Jovi not afraid to interject himself into the matches of his wrestlers. And for Miracle Violence Reborn, it's a good thing he did because that 3 count was sure to come. Crowd chanting for the referee to throw Greg Jovi out from ringside. Camaro Jackson going after Greg Jovi now. Looks like he might get his comeuppance as Jovi, trying to get away, gets into the ring and only finds himself in there with Mike Outlaw. This does not bode well for Greg Jovi. And a big right hand sends Jovi crashing down to the canvas. Moonshine Mantell, Quadfather Camaro Jackson, Mike Outlaw, and Derek Neal now. All 4 men in the ring, and they are just going to town, exchanging shots. This match is broken down here. Referee trying to get control. Spinebuster by Camaro Jackson plants Moonshine Mantell, but Derek Neal with a big left hand. And now with a modified T-bone suplex, nicely done by Derek Neal. Neal fires off a shot, but it's blocked by Mike Outlaw, who just jams that elbow into the side of the head of Derek Neal. Whip into the ropes, no reversal by Neal. Up and over goes Mike Outlaw. Big Uranagi by the Quadfather Camaro Jackson, planting Derek Neal right into the mat. Moonshine Mantell taking out the legs of the Quadfather Camaro Jackson. Jackson and Mantell are the legal men in this match. Greg Jovi with a handful of powder, throwing it into the face of Mike Outlaw. And now Moonshine Mantell. He's got Mike Outlaw set up. Big knee strike into an Alabama slam, a Texas slam, if you will. We've got a hook of the leg and a cover. 2 and 3, that will do it. Team Ambition cheated out of a victory here thanks to Greg Jovi's interference, throwing that powder into the face of Mike Outlaw. I hate to say it under these conditions, but the winner of this matchup, Miracle Violence Reborn. Mark my words, we have not seen the last between Team Ambition and Miracle Violence Reborn, as the hot-headed Moonshine Mantell argues with the crowd. He'd fight every last fan in this building, as Derek Neal tries to cool him down a bit. A dubious victory, but a victory nonetheless by Miracle Violence Reborn here at Deal with the Steel 4. I need to get somebody down here to check on the well-being of Mike Outlaw, as his eyes must be on fire. One last look at Miracle Violence Reborn and Greg Jovi, awfully proud of themselves here at the Kansas City, Kansas National Guard Armory. There you see the Quadfather Camaro Jackson carrying Mike Outlaw to the back so he could get attended to by our medical staff, who I'm sure is on standby. I am being told that CSW correspondent Ben Miller is on his way to try to get comments from Greg Jovi and Miracle Violence Reborn. We do have a camera crew with the Central States champion, the Mile High Magnum, Dak Draper, and we are also going to hear comments, pre-recorded comments from Scott Tyler, who will be in our next matchup as he takes on Dread Roberts. So let's get to the camera crew with the Mile High Magnum, Dak Draper.
You know, 5 years ago I moved here, and when I moved here, Jeremy Wyatt was the top guy in the Central States region. If you were talking Kansas, Iowa, Missouri, you were talking about Jeremy Wyatt. And my first act of business after moving here was I stood in front of all these fans and I promised that wrestling in this region would never be the same. And for a year and a half, I made good on that promise. And then shame on me, because I had to move away. And things slid back to the way they had been. Like, look at this fatal four-way match. I won the Central States Championship last month. And the heir apparent to face me first is Jeremy Wyatt. Not Camaro Jackson, not Moonshine, Jeremy Wyatt. Because things had slid back. The work that I had done had been undone. But all things that are good, all things that are worth something, don't come cheap, and they don't come quick. So shame on you if you think I'm not done with the job yet. Because tonight, in less than an hour, you're gonna see Dak Draper solidify himself as the guy in the Central States region, as the guy that can proudly carry that Central States championship, as the guy that everybody in Kansas City can look at and say, Dak Draper, that's our guy.
All right, everybody, Ben Miller here backstage right after the big win of Greg Jovi's new tag team, Miracle Violence Reborn. And I want to get a word with the guys here.
Get it right here. You want to shove a camera in my face, do it after a win. Because here's the deal. I told everybody tonight I was going to debut my greatest creation. I've been in this business over a decade, CSW. I've done a lot of things. I've done a lot of great things. But tonight, I anointed the top tag team in CSW. Everybody else is running for number 2. Moonshine, Mantell, Derek Neal, Miracle Violence Reborn is here. And we are going to leave a fiery wreckage awake in our path. So anybody, Premier, Howlett, Tribe, anybody you want to come step to this, you get a one-way ticket to a big-ass whooping, because that is what is in store for you when you want to run up against Miracle Violence. Miracle Violence gets W's. Holler if you hear me. If you know, you know. Yeah!
I'm getting ready for my 3rd match in CSW, and I can't wait. This is my chance to prove to everybody who doubted me because of my size, because my opponent, Dread Roberts, is well over 100 pounds heavier than me. But you know what? That doesn't bother me one bit, because I push guys that size out the way looking for a real fight. So Dread Roberts, watch out. And don't count me out, because I'm coming.
Thank you to Ben Miller for getting those pre-recorded comments from the Mile High Magnum, Dak Draper, and Scott Tyler, who will be taking on the debuting Dread Roberts in this, our next matchup at Deal with the Steel 4. Let's get down to Jason Jones for the introductions.
You guys ready for your next matchup? Your next matchup is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, he weighing in at 230 pounds. From the trauma unit in Denver, Colorado, Dread Roberts.
Making his CSW debut this evening from the trauma unit in Denver, Colorado, Dread Roberts stands at about 6'2", 6'3", coming in at 230 pounds. He'll definitely have a size advantage in this matchup against Scott Tyler.
And introducing his opponent, he weighing in at 145 pounds. From Kansas City, Missouri, Scott Tyler.
Kansas City native Scott Tyler, a product of the Kansas City Wrestling Academy, makes his return here to CSW. Last month at Vendetta, he was victorious against a member of Grindhouse, Anakin Murphy, in a lightweight battle. And this month here at Deal with the Steel, he's got his work cut out for him as he gives up about 85 pounds and maybe 6 inches in height over Dread Roberts. We've got the bell, and we'll see how Tyler approaches this matchup with Dread Roberts. Roberts, one hand, just has Tyler by the throat, actually just under the chin. He does release Scott Tyler. Tyler, a tenacious and scrappy competitor, collar and elbow tie-up, and Tyler just thrown off with relative ease by Roberts. Go behind by Tyler using that speed. That is one advantage he will have in this matchup, is his quickness, speed, and agility. There you see it again. Big hip toss, but Tyler lands on his feet. Tyler into the ropes. Big shoulder tackle by Tyler, or shoulder block, and a clothesline. He's trying to get the big man off his feet. Drop kick does. Nicely done by Scott Tyler. That drop kick was well planted. Charging by Tyler, forearm shot. Irish whip, reversal by Roberts. Up and over goes Tyler. Tyler charging forward, but nobody home as he's just dumped unceremoniously into that bottom turnbuckle. Series of right hands and now boots to the to the chest. Tyler, courtesy of Dread Roberts. Roberts introducing Tyler to that top turnbuckle. Looks like there might be a little bit of blood coming from the mouth of Scott Tyler. Right hand blocked. Charge in. Roberts catches the boot of Scott Tyler, who is now up on that top rope. Comes off with a high cross body block, but he is caught by Dread Roberts. Roberts with a fall-away slam. He threw Scott Tyler across the entire ring. And now with that stethoscope that he brought down to the ring, just choking away. I don't think the referee sees it. He is choking away at Scott Tyler. And right back at it. I think the referee sees it this time. That should have been a disqualification. Referee allowing a little bit of leeway here. Boot to the midsection by Roberts. As he just twerks away on that arm, and up high in the air goes Scott Tyler and is dropped down straight to the canvas. Roberts focusing on the arm of Scott Tyler. You see that brace on the arm of Tyler, kind of a bullseye, a target if you will, as Tyler fights free after a series of forearm strikes and a knee right to the mouth. Wheelbarrow no, into a DDT, nicely done by Scotty Tyler. We've got a hook of the leg and a cover. 2 count only. Tyler calling for the end of this matchup. Maybe taking a little bit too much time as he is high up on that top rope. Roberts back up to his feet, but it's Roberts with an uppercut right to Tyler's jaw, and that sent Tyler staggering. Big choke slam just plants Scott Tyler right into the ring. That should do it. 2 and no, 2 count only. A very impressive display of the fighting spirit out of Scott Tyler as he kicks out of a massive choke slam. Powerbomb attempt by Dread Roberts coming up. If he hits this, it'll be over, but Scott Tyler breaks free. Charge forward by Dread Roberts, catches the boots of Tyler. And a forearm shot. Scott Tyler kind of luring Dread Roberts in. Rolled through by Tyler. Tyler, full head of steam. And a springboard nearly across the ring into an ace crusher. Nicely done. 2 and 3, that'll do it. In a David and Goliath matchup, it's David once again becoming victorious as Scott Tyler defeats Dread Roberts here at Deal with the Steel. Take nothing away from Dread Roberts' performance in this matchup. Just goes to show you how things can change in a split second with that beautiful springboard ace crusher. What a great matchup and another victory by Scott Tyler. All right, fans, our next matchup here at Deal with the Steel is a rematch that'll see the Black Diamond Luke Langley looking to get his first victory here in Central States Wrestling against the Haymaker Jamison Holly here at Deal with the Steel. Let's get down to our ring announcer, the Space Cowboy Jason Jones, for the introductions. As we see Luke Langley making his way down to the ringside area, the Black Diamond not in a good mood at all. Winless here in Central States Wrestling, he has made it a point to reset and go back to the drawing board, back to the beginning, as he takes on the Haymaker Jamison Holly. The two of these met back last November of 2022 at our event Aftermath. Langley obviously on the losing end of that matchup, but he's, like I said, going back to the beginning and looking to avenge his losses here in Central States Wrestling. We shall see if he can get that elusive victory here at Deal with the Steel. Making his return to Central States Wrestling, hailing from Manlyville, Texas, the Haymaker Jamison Holly. Big favorite with the fans, especially the youngsters here in Central States Wrestling. Referee for this matchup, Adam Kennedy. We've got the bell and we are underway. Langley charging immediately with a drop kick, sends Holly back into the corner. And the Black Diamond just going to town on the Haymaker Jamison Holly. Charging in again, finds nobody home as Holly sidesteps and fires off a huge right hand. The wind-up, but no, a standing side kick by the Black Diamond as the Black Diamond goes into the ropes, catches a hip toss courtesy of Holly. A big scoop and a body slam plants Langley in the center of the ring. Holly not following up though, but he goes for that claw. He's looking to end this early. That claw submission hold, but Langley able to break free. Langley with a full head of steam and a big strike right into the corner. All impact by the Black Diamond. Langley now firing off shots to the temple. And now pulling the mustache of the haymaker. And one more right hand for good effort. Right into the spine goes the knee of Luke Langley. Big forearm strike. As Langley is just all over Jamison Holly early in this matchup. Another big forearm strike right down the spine of Jamison Holly. And now with the assistance of the ropes, Luke Langley just dragging those eyes right across the bridge of the nose, right across that top rope, and a knife edge chop lights up the big chest, the barrel chest of Jamison Holly. Wild swing and a miss by Langley, and a big double chop by Jamison Holly, and a huge left hand. Another chop. But Langley right there shaking it off and introducing Holly into that top turnbuckle pad. Elbow strike by Luke Langley and a snapmare out of the corner. And a big kick right to the back. We've got a cover by Langley. 2, and no, Langley not able to get the 3 as Holly kicks out. Big right hand to the temple of Jamison Holly by Luke Langley. Back to the mustache, pulling. Langley goes, but Holly breaking free, firing off shots to the breadbasket of Luke Langley. Whip into the ropes. No, Langley puts on the brakes, fires off a kick to the midsection. And a hangman's neck breaker. He didn't quite get all that. Looked like Langley was trying to fight out. 2 count only. Rear chin lock applied. Adam Kennedy there to make sure Jamison Holly doesn't want to throw in the towel. I don't see that happening, but it's the referee's job nonetheless. Holly making his way back up to his feet. Looking to break free, and he does with a jawbreaker. Holly charging into the ropes, but he catches the back of the elbow by Luke Langley. From Luke Langley, we've got a cover. 2 count only. Big European uppercut to the upper shoulders, almost neck area of Jamison Holly, as Langley now choking Holly using that rope. Does break. Arm wringer, no, let's see. Sure what Langley's trying to set up for, but Jamison Holly's having none of it as he breaks free, staggers into the ropes, a charge forward by Langley. He catches the boot of Holly, ducking the clothesline by Holly, and a big double sledgehammer to the chest. Make that 2. Takes Langley down to the canvas. Full Nelson bomb right in the center of the ring. That'll jar your spine and smash your tailbone. We've got a cover. 2, and no, 2 count only. Haymaker signaling to the crowd that he's going to go for that claw again. And he manages to get it locked on right in the center of the ring. Great ring positioning for Jamison Holly as Luke Langley trying to fight out. Backdrop driver by Luke Langley that just destroyed Jamison Holly. Now Langley bringing Holly up by that mustache again. Big brain buster connects. We got a hook and a leg and a cover. 2 and 3, that will do it. A refocused and rededicated Black Diamond Luke Langley gets his first victory here in Central States Wrestling in an impressive fashion. He no doubt will be looking to continue his winning ways. I mean, that goes without saying. Try to put together a streak here so he can get put into title contention for either the DWF Championship or the Central States Championship. But he has a long way to go before he enters those conversations. All right, our next matchup here at Deal with the Steel 4. We'll see a rematch between these two competitors, the best pizza chef, Luigi Primo, as he takes on the big strong boy, Ethan Price. Primo looking to get a slice of revenge from the losses he has suffered at the hands of the big strong boy. Let's get down to our ring announcer, Jason Jones, for the introductions. Ethan Price will tell you that he is the pride of Austin, Texas, although I'm not too sure about that. As he makes his way down to the ringside area here at the National Guard Armory in Kansas City, Kansas. I'm being told this is our biggest crowd, biggest turnout ever for a CSW event. 755 in attendance. I want to thank everyone in the audience tonight, all of our fans, for coming out and supporting us here at Deal with the Steel 4. Luigi Primo coming out to a deafening round of applause from the crowd here in the National Guard Armory. Luigi Primo being sponsored tonight by Barry the Hatchet. They are a 7,200 square foot indoor axe throwing range located in Overland Park, Kansas, which is a suburb of Kansas City. You can visit them online at barrythehatchet.com. Want to thank them for sponsoring Luigi this evening. The big strong boy, Ethan Price, grabbing the microphone from Jason Jones. Let's see what he has to say. I have had Luigi's Pizza, and I can tell you that it does not suck.
I'll give you your chance, and you're all the way for that. That's what I just said.
a Doe disqualification match. Much to the capacity crowd's dismay, this has now become a Doe disqualification match. You heard it from Jason Jones, a Doe disqualification match. If Luigi uses that Doe, he will be disqualified. We've got the bell and we are underway with Luigi Primo versus the big strong boy, Ethan Price. Collar and elbow tie-up to start things off. Price going to the midsection with that knee and a big forearm right down the spine of Luigi Primo. Primo back in the corner now as Price just grinding that wristed forearm across the bridge of the nose of Luigi Primo. Boot to the midsection. And Ethan Price slamming the head of Primo into the top turnbuckle. Knife edge chop echoing through the National Guard Armory. You heard Ethan mention it earlier while he had the microphone. Luigi Primo winless against Ethan Price in 2 outings. We'll see if Primo can get the elusive victory here at Deal with the Steel, as Primo now goes to work on the big strong boy. Up on that middle rope, dropping down, big right hands to the side of the head and temple of the big strong boy, Ethan Price. Primo, arguably one of the most popular wrestlers here in Central States Wrestling, as he snatches up Price and just dumps him over with a suplex. And now a splash. We've got a cover by Primo. 2 count only. Primo following Price to the outside. Big shot blocked by Primo. Another shot blocked and a forearm that sends Price staggering back. Knife edge chop by Primo. And another knife edge chop. Primo keeping things on the outside here, as he is just chopping away at the chest of the big strong boy. Big swing and a miss as Ethan Price able to get out of the way. Primo chopping that steel post of our ring. And now head first into that post goes Luigi Primo. Price looking for a count out, but he's not going to get it as Primo able to get back into the ring. Price coming in with a big kick right to the head. And now using that middle rope to choke away the prone Luigi Primo. Snapmare by Price. Into the ropes goes Price. Comes off with a big kick. Running kick. Got a cover. Good for 2. Referee right there to count that pin. As Price just dumping Primo to the outside again. Not sure how wise this is of Ethan Price to be giving Primo a little bit of time to catch his breath. Front face lock by Price. Snap suplex, nicely done. Cover. 2 count. European uppercut by Price. And a whip into the ropes. Big power slam by the big strong boy. Good for a 2 count. The ref a little slow to get down there to make that count. You can see the look of frustration there on Price's face. As Price now once again throwing Primo out to the outside of the ring. Primo making his way back in. Price charges forward. A big forearm shot sends Primo back down to the floor of the National Guard Armory. This match is going back to the outside. Knife edge chop by Price as he slams Luigi Primo into those guardrails. Up close and personal with the fans there. Lower back of Luigi Primo rammed right into the apron of the ring. And now just dropped onto the apron is Luigi Primo. Ethan Price getting a bit aggressive here. More aggressive than I'm used to seeing him. Got to imagine Price is looking to get a victory and put Luigi Primo in the rearview mirror. Primo fighting back into the ring as Price hits the ropes. Up and over goes Price to the outside. A hard landing by the big strong boy on that floor. Capacity crowd here rallying behind Luigi Primo. Slingshot dive by Luigi Primo connects. And Primo all fired up. Knife edge chop by Primo as he sends the big strong boy into the guardrails and fires off another knife edge chop. He's taking him on a tour of the outside of this ring here. And another knife edge chop, courtesy of Primo. Primo now with the aggression here as he approaches the big strong boy and fires off another knife edge chop. He's just lighting the chest up of the big strong boy. Luigi now going up to the top rope, but he loses his balance. No, it was actually Ethan Price taking the legs out by hitting that top rope. And now Price going up to the middle rope. Front face lock. Looks like he's going to go for a middle rope suplex, but Primo firing off shots to the kidneys, trying to break free of the predicament that he is in. Now Ethan going up to the top, but no. It was Primo who was able to get out of that superplex attempt, and now Primo back up to the top rope. He's got his balance this time. Big splash from the top by Primo. We got a hook of the leg and a cover, 2 and 3. No. Very close to a 3 count, but Ethan Price kicking out. Knee strike by Primo as Primo now hits the ropes. Fireman's carry by Ethan Price. Series of elbows and shots to the flank of Price. Duck of the clothesline and a spin wheel kick by Primo takes the big strong boy down to the canvas. Primo into the ropes. Swinging neckbreaker, nicely done. We've got a cover by Primo. Good for a 2 count. Now Primo going for the pizza dough. If he does use it, no, he changed his mind. I think he might have forgot that this was a dough disqualification match. He would have been disqualified had he used that pizza dough. Fireman's carry by Primo. Elbow shots break free. The big strong boy. Big strong boy gets out of the way. Knee lift and a front face lock. He DDTs. Big DDT to the apron by the big strong boy with a cover now. 2 count only. Ethan Price now taking off the corner cushion there. Referee going to put it back on, and now Ethan Price going over to another corner and taking off that corner cushion, exposing that turnbuckle, that steel turnbuckle. Big right hand by Luigi Primo. Both men now trading blows. Right hand by Price, forearm up by Primo. Another forearm by Primo, knife edge chop. And a big forearm shot that takes the big strong boy down to the canvas. Primo now measuring up the big strong boy. Primo charging forward. The big strong boy sidesteps, and that splash attempt sends Luigi Primo into that steel turnbuckle. Big slam, big strong slam by the big strong boy. We've got a cover, 2 and 3, no. Luigi Primo digging down deep and kicking out at the very last millisecond. I thought for sure after that missed splash and contact with the steel turnbuckle into that big strong slam that was it for Luigi Primo. And now Ethan Price has taken off all the corner cushions and exposed every steel turnbuckle there in that corner. And Price with the pizza dough, swing and a miss. Big standing side kick. And now Primo with the pizza dough. As he tosses it to Price and feigns. He's looking for a disqualification here. As the big strong boy pleads his case to the referee, we've got a schoolboy. And a 3 count for Luigi Primo. As this capacity crowd at the National Guard Armory erupts. Luigi Primo, the 3rd time's a charm for him as he is finally able to get a victory over the big strong boy, Ethan Price, here at Deal with the Steel 4. Fans, it is time for the Central States Championship matchup. The Mile High Magnum Dak Draper making his first championship defense against the DWF champion, the Monarch, Jeremy Wyatt, with special guest referee Ace Steele. Let's get down to our ring announcer, Jason Jones, for the championship introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next contest is for the Central States Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. It has a 60-minute time limit and it's scheduled for one fall.
referee for this championship matchup, making his way down to the ringside area, Ace Steel. There is no lack of history between Ace Steel and Jeremy Wyatt. They were once a part of a destructive faction that ran rampant over Midwest wrestling. They were called the Foundation. It was Ace Steel, the Monarch Jeremy Wyatt, and Executive Vice President of Central States Wrestling, Michael Strider. They pretty much had their way with professional wrestling in the Central States region. As the DWF champion, the Monarch Jeremy Wyatt makes his way down to the ringside area. It was back in August that Jeremy Wyatt and his enforcer, the Ice Pick Vic Capri, took on Brock Anderson from AEW and Ace Steel in a tag team matchup that saw Ace and Brock accompanied by the enforcer Arn Anderson. That match came out of a surprise appearance by Ace Steel at our June event, Rise of an Outlaw, when Ace Steel came out of the crowd and challenged the Monarch Jeremy Wyatt to a DWF championship match. All of these videos are available on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Central States Wrestling. As we see the Central States champion, Dak Draper, there in the back, getting ready to make his appearance here in front of this capacity crowd of 755 at the National Guard Armory in Kansas City, Kansas. Dak Draper winning that Central States championship last month at Vendetta in a fatal four-way matchup that saw him compete against Moonshine Mantell, the Quadfather Camaro Jackson, and his opponent tonight, the Monarch Jeremy Wyatt. Wyatt was trying to add another belt to his collection, becoming the DWF champion and the Central States champion. The first Central States Championship title defense for Dak Draper, and the first at a Central States Wrestling show in, I guess, if I had to guess, over 16 years. The belt being reinstated and decided, like I said, in that fatal four-way matchup last month, but Central States champion, the Mile High Magnum, Dak Draper. He is 5-1 in singles competition. His only loss coming against the man he is facing tonight, the Monarch Jeremy Wyatt. That was back earlier this year when Dak Draper lost in his bid for the DWF championship. Jeremy Wyatt, singles record is 7-1-1. His only loss suffered was against, well, it was last month at Vendetta in that fatal four-way match. He did go to a draw against Mike Outlaw back at Strapped in May. A quick shout out to Stephen Kelly over at the ArcadiaPod.com. That's ArcadiaPod.com for the win-loss records. He's keeping them all compiled. So thank you again, Stephen Kelly. Bell is rang. Championship match now underway. Collar and elbow tie up center of the ring to start things off. Draper taking Wyatt back into the corner. No, Wyatt fighting out. He gets Dak back into the opposite corner. Both men just jockeying for position. Arm wringer by Draper. A lot of questions surrounding the special guest referee for this matchup, Ace Steel. Can he be impartial with his history with Jeremy Wyatt? Time will tell as this matchup goes on, as Draper now with an overhand wrist lock. Wyatt with a palm strike, standing switch takes it back into a hammer lock. Both men no strangers to one another in the ring. Nice takedown, fireman's carry by the champion as he holds onto the arm. Ace Steel right there. Make sure Wyatt doesn't want to give up. I don't think that's going to happen this early in this matchup, or at all, as Wyatt is as tough as nails in that ring. Big shoulder block by Draper. He's going to work on the arm of Jeremy Wyatt. Trying to pull that shoulder right out of its socket is the Mile High Magnum. Ace Steel right there. Thus far, calling it right down the middle. Draper, of course, being sponsored by Uptown Kansas City. Be sure to visit them online or go on in if you live here in the KC metro area. Head on into Uptown Kansas City. Tell them that Central States Wrestling sent you. As both men now, again, jockeying for position. It's Draper who gets the better of it, but Wyatt wisely in the ropes. Ace Steel asking for a break by Dak Draper, and Draper obliges. Draper has that arm of Jeremy Wyatt trapped as he backs him into the corner. Another clean break by Draper. Dak complaining that Wyatt was holding on to his trunks. That's why he wasn't able to break the hold. Ace Steel being impartial thus far. As I said, he's familiar with both these men, and even more so Jeremy Wyatt, so he'll know what little tricks Wyatt likes to use in matchups to get an advantage. I'm sure he's keeping his eyes peeled for those. Dak picks the ankle of Wyatt. Both men taking their time. Thus far in this matchup, Wyatt now traps the arm. It goes right into a crossface. He's torquing away. Dak able to get to that bottom rope. As Wyatt taking full advantage of Ace Steel's 5 count. And back to the arm, Jeremy Wyatt goes. Looks like Wyatt's plan of attack is to work over that left arm of the champion, Dak Draper. Ace Steel now getting in the face of Jeremy Wyatt. And a shove and a return of the favor by Ace Steel. Ace looking a bit frustrated with himself, letting his temper get the best of him. I'm surprised. Well, not really. I'm not really surprised. I was going to say I was surprised that Ace didn't disqualify Wyatt, but I think Ace is going to let things go a little bit on this matchup. As Dak now into the ropes, leapfrog by Wyatt, leapfrog by Dak, pick of the ankle by Draper, handstand into a knee drop, connects by the Mile High Magnum. Magnum KO attempt coming up, possibly. No, Wyatt fights free. Backslide coming up. Which man will get it? Dak fighting. Wyatt going for that coronation pile driver. Draper, all muscle, just sends Wyatt right into the corner, though. Cravat nicely applied right in the center of the ring. That is an extremely painful submission hold. And with the height advantage of Dak Draper, he's going to be able to put a lot of pressure on the head and neck of Jeremy Wyatt. He goes right back to that cravat. It's a very simple hold, that cravat, but very effective nonetheless. Wyatt with the roll through. Dak holding on. See Wyatt trying to position his leg around Dak's. He manages to get into the bend of Dak's knee, giving him a little bit of a height advantage there. But he finds himself right back into that cravat. Wyatt charging forward, using that middle rope for some momentum, manages to break himself free of that cravat. Up to the top rope goes Dak with a big double axe handle. Dak with a cover. 2 count only. Draper bringing Wyatt back up to his feet. Wyatt cutting Draper off there with the blow. Into the ropes goes Wyatt. Tilt-a-whirl into a slam. Nicely done by Draper. We've got a cover. 2 count only. Right back into the cravat is Jeremy Wyatt, courtesy of Draper. You see Draper has it on there, really tight. As Wyatt now took advantage of the rope break, and now he's just going to town on the back of the Mile High Magnum with those big forearm shots. Wyatt now charging forward, goes up to the middle rope. It has it. Changes his mind and just stomps away at the Mile High Magnum. Jeremy Wyatt, a precision wrestler. Everything he does is very precise and very calculated. We've got a cover by Wyatt. 2 count only. Draper firing off a shot to the midsection, but Wyatt returning the favor. Big forearm shot by Wyatt rocks Draper back into the corner. Big knife edge chop by the DWF champion, Jeremy Wyatt, echoes through the National Guard Armory. And another knife edge chop. Just lights the chest up of the Central States champion, Dak Draper. Huge knife edge chop by Jeremy Wyatt. And that looked to wake Draper up a bit as he's not happy. He fires off a knife edge chop. Make that 2. And a third for good measure. Wyatt with a shot to the midsection. And he slams Draper's head into that top turnbuckle. Irish whip by Wyatt. No reversal by Draper. Draper charges forward. Up and over he goes to the apron. Shot to the midsection by Draper. Slingshots himself back in for a pin attempt, but no, Wyatt rolls through. Draper drives the face of Wyatt into his quad. Mile high bomb coming up. No, Draper unable to get him up as Wyatt picks the knee, picks that leg of the Mile High Magnum. Side Russian leg sweep by Wyatt, nicely done, gets a 2 count. Now Draper clutching at his knee. Wyatt taking a little offense to the slow count, according to Wyatt, by Ace Steel. Ace Steel calling it right down the middle thus far as we've got a pinning combination or a pinning attempt by Dak Draper. Big clothesline. Nearly takes the head off of Draper. Wyatt looking to become a double champion tonight. And he manages to go 2-0 over Dak Draper. He will obviously become the Central States champion in addition to being the DWF champion. Rear chin lock. Draper trying to get back up to his feet, but he catches an elbow right to the base of his neck. And now Wyatt turning Draper around, but Draper gets out. Draper going for a slam. You saw Wyatt with the palm strikes. Not sure what Draper was trying to set him up for, but those palm strikes prevented it as Draper just threw Wyatt midway across the ring. That slam by Draper was enough to buy him some time. As both men now back up to the vertical base. Draper with a big right hand. Wyatt with a series of shots to the midsection and a big forearm strike. Draper with the right hand. Both men just going to town on one another. Big right hand rocks Jeremy Wyatt back to the corner. Wyatt charges through, catches the back of Wyatt's elbow. Wyatt charging forward. Tilt-a-whirl. Another, I thought, tilt-a-whirl slam by Draper. Springboard back elbow by Dak Draper. Nicely done. Draper back up to his feet, as is Wyatt. Big clothesline takes Wyatt down to the canvas. Another clothesline by Draper. And Wyatt wisely trying to make his way to the outside, but Dak grabs a hold of Wyatt. Dak up to the middle rope. As Dak going for that Dak lift, that deadlift suplex, nicely done. Brings Wyatt in the hard way. We've got to cover 2 and no 2 count only as Jeremy Wyatt digs down deep and kicks out. Make no mistake about it, Wyatt is currently on the receiving end of a fairly good beating. But I said it before, he is tough as nails. Draper bringing Wyatt back up to his feet, looking to go for that Magnum bomb, that mile high bomb, but Wyatt floats over. Charge forward by Dak, finds nobody home in that corner. Wyatt now slowly making his way up to the top rope, but he's caught by Draper. Draper now up on that middle rope, fires off a big forearm, and a big clubbing blow across the back of Jeremy Wyatt. Draper possibly looking for that middle rope suplex, which would make the second time in this matchup. Wyatt doing everything he can to break free, including biting the champion on the forehead. Now Wyatt, sunset flip power bomb, all impact, nicely done by Wyatt. Wyatt now skinning the cat, back up to the top he goes. What does he have in store for Dak Draper as he is perched up on that top rope? Comes off with a big elbow drop. And a 2 count only. A picture-perfect elbow drop by Jeremy Wyatt as he looks to go back into a crossface. And it looks like he's got it about 80%, 90%. As he does his best to lock it in fully, get that arm that he has trapped of Draper's fully extended, but Draper rolls through. Fireman's carry. Magnum KO possibly coming up, but Wyatt going right to the eyes, face, and mouth of Dak Draper. Draper into the ropes. Springboard DDT. Nicely done by Jeremy Wyatt. We've got a cover. 2 count only. Wyatt possibly setting up for that coronation pile driver. If he hits this, it's all over. Draper, though, powering out with a back body drop. That sends Wyatt crashing down to the canvas. Wyatt slow to get up. Draper slow to capitalize. Draper charging forward, but finds nobody home as Wyatt sidesteps and sends Draper crashing into those turnbuckles. Irish whip, no reversal by Draper, and up and over. All impact went Jeremy Wyatt. Draper following to the outside. Draper throwing Wyatt back into the ring. He wants a pinfall win over Jeremy Wyatt as Draper launching himself into Wyatt. Both men going to the outside. Draper now. Mile-high bomb onto the apron. Draper follows in. We've got a hook of the leg and a cover. 2 count. I thought for sure that would have been a 3. Jeremy Wyatt showing that intense toughness that he is known for. Draper wondering what he has to do to put Wyatt away here. I'm only speculating there as he sets up for a Magnum KO. Wyatt with a series of elbow strikes. Standing switch by Draper. Draper roaring elbow, but it connects with a steel. Is Wyatt able to get out of the way? Wyatt shoving Draper into the referee. Ace Steel and a low blow by Jeremy Wyatt. Ace Steel on the outside. Dak Draper double over. And Jeremy Wyatt making his way over to his DWF championship. Big shot connects right to the head. As now Wyatt, it can't end this way. Wyatt bringing Steel back into the ring. Wyatt, we have a cover. 2 Draper able to get his foot on the bottom rope. Great ring awareness by Dak Draper. As Wyatt immediately gets that championship belt outside of the ring. So he is not disqualified, but Wyatt now with the chair. Ace Steel still groggy, but he grabs that chair from Wyatt. Draper, mile-high KO connects this time. 2 and 3, that'll do it. Dak Draper with his first successful title defense of that Central States Championship. Not without a bit of controversy here, but nonetheless, a win is a win. Jeremy Wyatt tried to do everything he could in this matchup, including cutting any corner he could. It's Dak Draper who is victorious. Jeremy Wyatt and Dak Draper now 1-1 in Central States Wrestling competition. Draper, as we just saw, successfully retaining his Central States Championship. And it was Jeremy Wyatt earlier this year who retained the DWF Championship against Dak Draper. Jeremy Wyatt not happy at all, but he is still the DWF champion. He'll live to defend that title. Got to see who's waiting in the wings as his next challenger. Same with Dak Draper. All right, earlier this evening, Ben Miller caught up with both the Premier and the Tribe, Hoodie and Anaya Howlett. Got these pre-recorded comments from both teams ahead of our main event.
Yeah, bring that over here. Roscoe! Come on, dog. All right, boys. Now, we just want to make sure that you guys have got my back the same way that I've always had your back. There's no reason for me to be getting in any cages with any coaches, okay?
We got you. You're good.
All right, sounds good.
Bring it over here. Howletts! Tonight, you got the premiere, but it's not the same premiere that you've gotten in the months past. You see, we already proved that that premiere is better. But no, it wasn't enough. You know, you still were feeling a little irrelevant. You still needed a little bit more clout. So you kept tagging us in tweets and you kept going to CSW. And so now what do you got? A tag team match inside of the cage. And so tonight at CSW, Deal with the Steel, the Premier are going to put the Howletts down for good. Premier up, RIP Howletts.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it!
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Cage, baby. Cage.
I'm awake.
Here we go.
I'm awake. I'm awake. Tribe, you ready?
Yeah.
Here's the situation.
Premier! This is it. Tonight's the night. Tonight's the night.
Tonight's the night. We've waited long enough. This has been over a year. Over a year that we've been dealing with the premiere. And tonight, there's no more running. It's you, it's us in the cage. And it's for the Tribe.
Woo, for the Tribe, baby!
Well, let's go. Let's go.
Woo!
Fans, it is now time for our huge main event, 1 year in the making. I could use cliche after cliche, but it is time for the ultimate Jeopardy steel cage match between the Premier, S.K. Bishop, and Campbell Myers, who will be accompanied to the ring by their manager, Roscoe Leech, as they take on the Tribe, Hoodie and Anaya Howlett, who will be accompanied by Coach Frass. This is our main event of Deal with the Steel 4. Let's get down to our ring announcer, Jason Jones, for the introductions. As the Premier, S.K. Bishop right there, and his partner in the background, Campbell Myers, along with their manager, Roscoe Leech, make their way to the ringside area. I'd be remiss if I didn't explain to you what an Ultimate Jeopardy matchup is. Ultimate Jeopardy in this case is the stipulation. If the Premier wins this matchup, the Howletts, the tribe, must break up and leave Central States Wrestling, meaning they are out of Central States Wrestling and they can no longer tag anywhere they wrestle. If the Howletts win, Coach Frass will get 5 minutes alone in the cage with that man, Roscoe Leech. As I said, this match has been a year in the making. These two teams, no love lost at all. Their battles have escalated and escalated to this steel cage matchup. It would take me probably the length of the show to explain to you how this has all come about. The best way for you to see this story unfold is to go onto our YouTube page, youtube.com/Central States Wrestling, and watch all of the matches that have taken place between the Premier and the Howletts over the course of 2022. This huge main event being sponsored by the I-70 Hot Tag Podcast. They cover professional wrestling throughout the states of Kansas and Missouri. You can find them online at facebook.com/the I-70 Hot Tag. It's a great podcast. Be sure to check it out. Like their Facebook page and get their podcast wherever you download your podcasts from. I want to thank all of our sponsors for the evening. The Warriors Academy, which you can find at warriorsacademykc.com. The law firm of Holnick, Stang, Garrigan, Levitt. You can find them online at holnicklaw.com. Kincaid Arcade, Uptown KC, Bury the Hatchet, Primetime Fitness, Top Tier Figures, and Fast Signs of Overland Park. As you see the Howletts, Hoodie on your left and Anaya on your right, along with Coach Frass, coming out from the locker room area to a thunderous ovation. Hoodie looks like he's ready to kill somebody. Anaya there looks like he already has. They started the year as one of the most hated, if not the most hated tag teams in Central States Wrestling. And here at the closing of 2022, they are without a doubt the most popular tag team in Central States Wrestling. And into the cage, the Howletts go. Our referee will have his hands full in this matchup. But it's basically anything goes inside that cage. It is being locked right now. Referee Adam Kennedy locking up the cage here. Cage is locked up. We are ready to go. Deal with the Steel 4 Ultimate Jeopardy main event. Can only be won via pinfall or submission. We have the bell, and Ultimate Jeopardy has begun. Both teams staring daggers into one another. Big clothesline attempt as the Premier trying, looks like, to get out of that cage. That's not going to work as the Howletts, Hoodie and Anaya, immediately go to work, dropping bombs on the Premier. Big knife edge chop by Hoodie, and Anaya trying to throw Bishop into the cage, but he's cut off as SK Bishop now stomping away at the midsection of Anaya. We've got Campbell and Hoodie on one side of the ring, as Anaya with the flying back elbow takes Bishop off his feet. I'm going to do my best to call all the action in this matchup as our cameramen, they're doing a fantastic job of capturing all of tonight's action as always. I want to thank our production team there at ringside, our cameramen. All three of them, they do a fantastic job. As back to the action now, the Howletts just going to town on the Premier. Typically, I'd say that the Howletts wouldn't really care about winning or losing this matchup, but there is so much at stake for the Howletts here that they are definitely going to want to win this matchup, as if I needed to say that. Anaya going to work now on SK Bishop, as you see Hoodie over in the corner choking away Campbell Myers. A big knife edge chop by Anaya lights up the chest of Bishop as Hoodie over in the corner driving that shoulder into the stomach and upper intestines of Campbell Myers. Howlett's now both on the middle rope as they rain down right hands to each member of the Premier. Anaya dropping them onto Bishop and Hoodie dropping them to Campbell Myers. As the Howletts now launching the Premier into that steel cage. That is an unenviable position that the Howletts, or I'm sorry, that the Premier find themselves in early in this matchup. As Hoodie launches Campbell Myers into the cage. We've got a cover by Anaya. Campbell able to kick out very quickly though. It's now Hoodie taking Bishop into the corner and firing off some rabbit shots to the breadbasket and some big forearm shots that now rocking the jaw of SK Bishop as Anaya stands on the hair and pulls up on the arm and the wrist of Campbell Myers. Roscoe there, you saw him on the outside trying to fire up SK Bishop. He does not want his team to lose this matchup for a couple of reasons, but the main reason being he will end up in that cage for 5 minutes with Coach Frass. Coach Frass, the owner and head coach at Warriors Academy. Charging into the ropes go the Howletts as they just nail both members of the Premier, and in they go again, but this time it's Bishop able to get out of the way, sending Anaya crashing into the cage. Hoodie catching a forearm and elbow of Bishop. That sends him down to the canvas, and now it's the Premier mounting a bit of a comeback here. At least it's Bishop doing the damage as Campbell's down on the canvas. Bishop trying to get his partner back up to the vertical base so they can both go on the offensive, but it's Hoodie with a big clothesline that takes both members of the Premier down. Hoodie firing up this capacity crowd here at the National Guard Armory in Kansas City, Kansas. Rear naked choke by Hoodie. He's going to try to get Bishop to tap out or pass out here in the center of the ring. He's got it on tight. As Bishop fights Campbell Myers with a big super kick right to the side of the face of Hoodie, but Hoodie having none of that. He's going right back to that rear naked choke. He's trying to get the tap out early in this matchup. And Roscoe Leech just fed a Singapore cane in to Campbell Myers, who crashes it down to the back of Hoodie Howlett. Make that another shot. Campbell trying to get Hoodie to let go of his partner as he just goes to town on the back of Hoodie Howlett. And a super kick right to the referee just as SK Bishop was tapping out to that rear naked choke. Campbell Myers saving the day, but the referee out. Hoodie charging forward into the snap German suplex by Campbell Myers, and Myers with a big kick to the side of the head of Hoodie Howlett. Had Campbell Myers not super kicked the referee, he did so smartly. There's no disqualifications in this matchup. Referee strictly there to count the pinfall or submission. He saved his team from losing this matchup. Again, a very wise move by Campbell Myers. Referee slowly making his way back up to his feet. Hoodie Howlett breaking free, fires off a couple of shots to each man of the Premier, each member of the Premier. Hoodie charging forward, but the Premier out of the way, and Hoodie comes crashing into the referee, who had just made his way back up to his feet. CSW EVP Michael Strider there, along with Jason Jones, as all four men in the ring now down, as they all seem to have the same idea. Michael Strider there, I guess he's told referee Adam Kennedy to open up that cage. They're going to try to get the referee out of the ring. Adam Kennedy will, I'm guessing, be the replacement referee. All four men, the Tribe and the Premier, down, as is our referee for this matchup. Adam Kennedy in the ring, though. Looks like he's going to take over officiating duties per Executive Vice President Michael Strider, as members of our security team carry out the referee, take him to the back to get some medical attention. And it looks like Campbell Myers has found his way out of the cage. Hoodie Howlett right behind him, and SK Bishop right behind Hoodie. Anaya Howlett right behind SK Bishop, but Roscoe Leech slams that cage door right on the head of Anaya Howlett, as SK Bishop brings the steel chair across the back of Hoodie Howlett, and it looks like Roscoe Leech is trying to lock the cage door, lock Anaya Howlett into that cage. It's 2-on-1 on the outside. All hell is breaking loose here. Anaya Howlett locked in the cage alone. Hoodie Howlett on the outside fighting two men alone. He is not doing so well, as both men of the Premier have chairs, and they are just bringing him down hard across the back of Hoodie Howlett. You see Anaya there, he's trying to break that cage door open so he can get out and assist his brother. Hoodie back up to his feet as the Premier. We got, luckily, the lights on in the armory here, as Anaya going up to the top of the cage. What the hell? Anaya Howlett off the top of the cage, comes crashing down on everybody. He was a good 10 feet in the air. See if we can't get a replay on that. Here we go. You see Hoodie Howlett there on your right, or I'm sorry, Anaya Howlett on your right, jumping off the top of that cage. We got another angle here. And for good measure, let's take a look at the third angle. Thank you to our production team for getting us that replay. A little new feature here for our production team. As Campbell Myers there giving chase to Anaya Howlett. And Hoodie there with SK Bishop dumping. Well, I thought he was going to dump him over that top rope, but he's just clubbing away at the back with those forearm shots. And now Bishop going over the guardrails. Hoodie giving chase. This match is completely broken down here and spilled out into the audience here at the National Guard Armory in Kansas City, Kansas. Anaya pounding away at, I believe, yeah, that's SK Bit. No, that's Campbell Myers there. Hoodie trying to suplex SK Bishop on the floor, but Bishop was able to reverse it there, and back over to Campbell and Anaya. Campbell Myers with a right hand to the jaw of Anaya Howlett. He seems pleased as punch right now. SK Bishop clubbing at the back of the big man, Hoodie Howlett. Anaya has a hold of Campbell Myers. And Campbell put on the brakes and sent Anaya into those chairs. Bishop with the forearm shot. Double super kicks by the Premier find their mark. Connecting beautifully on the jaw of Hoodie Howlett. If anything this year has taught us about the Premier is that they are more than capable of a street fight. In fact, they were victorious in their street fight against the Howletts earlier this year at no turning back. Big European uppercut by Anaya. They surprised a lot of people in that matchup with their toughness and their ability to fight, take the fight to the Howletts. Campbell Myers with that steel chair brings it right across the back of Anaya Howlett. And Hoodie Howlett, he's up on the balcony. I was wondering where the hell he went. We're not even, by law, allowed to have anybody up into that balcony area, but Hoodie Howlett, I know for a fact, he is a good 15 feet above the crowd, and I got nothing here, folks. Hoodie Howlett coming off the top, coming off of that balcony, crashing down on all of our security, all of the Premier, and this is just carnage. I don't know how much more the human body can take here. We got to get a replay on that, and here we go. Hoodie Howlett, 15 feet off that balcony, crashing down onto everybody. Here's the shot from the balcony. And from our third camera, Hoodie, a 280 to 300 pound man, come flying off that balcony for a crash landing as Coach Frass brings Anaya back up to his feet. Anaya fires off a big right hand shot to Campbell Myers. Myers fighting free, taking it to Anaya. Hopefully we can get this match back into the cage. Hoodie Howlett clutching at that knee. He came down the hard way. And I think Roscoe Leech, I'm not 100% sure, but I got to imagine he ran afoul of Anaya Howlett. I don't think Roscoe's moved in a good 5 minutes. I'm not sure what happened to him. As it's Anaya by himself, fighting against both men of the Premier. Taking it to SK Bishop right now, as Campbell just fired off a right-hand shot, but at another one, and it's had no effect on Anaya Howlett. And Anaya, the wild card, with a vicious headbutt right to the jaw of Campbell Myers. Snap suplex onto the hard floor. And SK Bishop out of nowhere with a running boot to the side of the face of the wild card Anaya Howlett. And now with a big crossface, the Premier back in control. We may want to get somebody down here to check on Roscoe Leech, as he still hasn't moved. Anaya back into the cage. Our ring steps broken. Not sure how that happened. The Premier bringing a chair into the cage now. I don't know where Hoodie is. I don't think he's moved much since diving off of the balcony here. Quite frankly, I'm surprised any of these men are standing. As the Premier measuring Anaya back in the ring here for something. Campbell charges forward, catches the back of Anaya's elbow. Bishop charging forward, catches a boot. Anaya with a twisting middle rope elbow sends Campbell Myers ass over tea kettle. Big right hand by Anaya. Snap belly to back suplex, nicely done by Anaya Howlett. Big boot to the side of the face of Campbell Myers. Anaya bringing Bishop up to his feet, fires off an elbow or a forearm strike. Anaya into the ring. Big hip toss, no. The Premier, nice tag team maneuver, double team maneuver. And a stereo side kick, spinning side kick by the Premier. We've got a cover, 2 and 3, no. Anaya Howlett kicking out with very, very little time to spare. Adam Kennedy, our referee, his hand was about an inch away from counting 3 and ending this matchup, as well as sending the Howletts out of CSW forever and splitting that team up, splitting the tribe up forever. Crowd here rallying around Anaya Howlett as the Premier bring him back up to the vertical base, and they launch him headfirst into the steel cage. Hoodie Howlett busted open. The Premier taking precious time to pander to this crowd. And the Premier again slamming Anaya Howlett into the cage. Roscoe Leech finally back up to his feet. Nice of him to join this matchup. As the Premier looking to launch Anaya Howlett, they are successful in doing so again into that hard steel cage. The blood is flowing as we've got a cover, 2 count only, as Anaya now trying to charge up. Fatigue setting in there for Anaya Howlett, as he is just falling victim to the whims of the Premier. Campbell Myers picking up that cane, but he's decided he doesn't need it. That Singapore cane. Big right hand by Anaya rocks Campbell Myers. A knife edge chop for SK Bishop. A right hand for Campbell. A knife edge for Bishop. And Anaya fighting with everything he's got here in this matchup. European uppercut connects. Anaya with SK Bishop slams him head first into that, face first into the steel cage. And now Anaya with a knife edge chop to Campbell Myers. Anaya losing a lot of blood in this matchup. As Anaya now sets SK Bishop in that chair. Head of steam. No. Into the ropes. And driven face first by SK Bishop. Nicely done by the Premier. A brutal landing for the wild card Anaya Howlett. And just like that, the Premier back into control of things as Hoodie Howlett, you see him there, finally making his way to the cage. But is it too late for Hoodie Howlett as SK Bishop now just stomping away at the face of his brother, of Hoodie's brother Anaya. Campbell Myers now up to the top rope. He's telling Bishop, his partner, to get up on the other rope. Both members of the Premier on the top. Big frog splash, beautifully done by Campbell Myers. And a frog splash by SK Bishop. 2 and no, 2 count only as Hoodie Howlett, in the nick of time, slams that chair into SK Bishop. And now Hoodie slamming the head of Campbell Myers into that steel chair. Anaya in a bad way as his brother Hoodie finally back into the ring. Hoodie now with that chair. He is slow moving, and rightfully so, as he brings that chair right across the back of Campbell Myers. And now what's Coach Frass is handing Anaya Howlett. He handed him something as the Howletts take SK Bishop for a ride face first into that steel chain link fence of this cage. And the third time's a charm. Double hip toss. This could only mean one thing. The barrage, the leg drop. The big splash by Anaya. The senton by Hoodie. And we've got a cover. 2 and 3. No. A lesser team, the barrage, would have spelled a certain pinfall for, but the Premier are not a lesser team. They are going toe-to-toe with the Howletts, as they have all year. Hoodie charges forward. Campbell sidesteps and sends Hoodie into the steel cage. Back of the elbow greets Campbell Myers. Myers charges forward. Anaya up and over, but he catches a big spinning kick by Campbell Myers. He is lethal with those kicks. We've got a cover. 2 and no, 2 count only. But he hangs on for a submission hold. He's cranking the neck of Anaya Howlett. You see Campbell has Anaya's arm trapped as both he and Anaya are bleeding. As SK Bishop picks the leg of Hoodie Howlett and goes right into an ankle lock. I can't tell from this vantage point, but it appears, yes, SK Bishop is busted open as well, as the Premier now have submission holds locked firmly onto the Howletts. They are looking for the submission here. Will they get it? Hoodie able to roll over, and he hip tosses SK Bishop, or foot launches, SK Bishop on to Anaya and Campbell out of desperation to break the submission hold that Campbell Myers had on Anaya Howlett. I couldn't agree with this crowd more. This is an awesome spectacle of violence as Hoodie Howlett, he is up on the top rope. He's yelling at Anaya. I'm not sure what he has in mind. Campbell Myers up to his feet. It looks like they're setting up for guerrilla warfare. If they hit this, it's all over, but Campbell wisely going to the eyes of Anaya and slams Anaya right into that cage. And now Campbell going over to Hoodie. He fires off a big right hand. Hoodie returns the favor. Both men now slugging it out on that top rope. This will end badly for one of these men, possibly even both of them. I said it once earlier in this matchup, but how much more can the human body take? Hoodie just ramming Campbell's face right into the top of that steel cage. That's the strongest part of the cage. I said it would end badly for one of these men, and it looks like, obviously, it has ended badly for Campbell Myers as the Howletts now setting up for guerrilla warfare again. Guerrilla warfare connects. That should do it. 2 and no. SK Bishop breaking up the pin. This match will continue. SK Bishop fighting valiantly against both Howletts now. As he fires off shot after shot, he hits the ropes, ducks the clothesline, ducks another clothesline. Up in the air he goes, and he is just thrown like a lawn dart, a human lawn dart into the steel cage. And I would think that's all she wrote for SK Bishop as Campbell Myers now finds himself in Weapon X. It connects, we've got a cover. 2. We've got a 3 count, and your winners of this matchup, the Tribe, Hoodie and Anaya Howlett. And Roscoe Leech realizing what that means for him, as he will now be locked in this cage with Coach Frass for 5 minutes. What a brutal matchup. Between the Howletts and the Premier. Roscoe Leech not happy. He says he's not going in there. What a spectacle we just witnessed between the Howletts and the Premier. Both teams leaving it all out there. A wild, wild match. Tonight's security detail in the ring. CSW EVP Michael Strider's got the microphone telling Roscoe Leech he needs to get in this ring. As per the stipulations, the contract signed, it will be Michael Strider overseeing this 5 minutes in the ring between Roscoe Leech and the Howletts, as Hoodie Howlett being carried to the back. He's being helped to the back. And Campbell Myers there just collapsing on the floor. I don't agree with really anything the Premier stands for, but what I will tell you, as they fought their tails off tonight, as did the Howletts, Michael Strider saying that the clock has started now. Coach Frass ready to go. Coach Frass is a dangerous man, a practitioner of Krav Maga, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai. I mean, that guy is a walking weapon. He is the head trainer and owner of the Warriors Academy here in Kansas City, Missouri, the premier, no pun intended, mixed martial arts academy here in Kansas City. And on the outside there, Roscoe Leech doing everything he can to avoid being thrown in that cage. He's hightailing it out of there, trying to escape through the crowd, but the crowd pushing him back in. Roscoe Leech's worst nightmare about to come true if he cannot get away. He's cut off by Adam Azab. That is Coach Frass's son. As Adam, it's a family affair now. Adam getting Coach Frass into the ring there, or I'm sorry, getting Roscoe Leech into the ring there with Coach Frass. And they are locking that cage door. Once again, our production crew and our cameramen, Josh, Ray, and Matt, doing a phenomenal job of keeping up with all of the action of this just crazy night, capped off by an insane main event. Thank you again to our cameramen and our production team. While we're at it, thank you again to our production team for everything you guys have done this year. It's not easy filming professional wrestling, but you guys have made it look effortless. As Roscoe Leech begging Coach Frass to have pity on him. Coach Frass is a very understanding man, but I'm not sure he can forgive and forget everything that Roscoe Leech has put him through this year. And Roscoe Leech with a low blow. How did I not see Roscoe, being the snake that he is, being a snake? And now Roscoe with a little bit of a dance. If he was wise, he would stay right on top of Coach Frass, hitting him with any kind of shot he could. Roscoe now with that cane, that Singapore cane. Looks like he is ready to wrap that cane around the side of the head of Coach Frass. Frass up to his feet, charges forward, he catches that cane shot. That's that weapons defense training that Coach Frass instinctively knows as he fires off a shot that just drops Roscoe like a sack of beans. This ain't gonna be pretty, folks. You're not gonna see any wrestling in this 5 minutes. What you will see is Roscoe Leech going face first into the steel cage, courtesy of Frass. And again, into the cage goes Roscoe Leech. I will say this about Roscoe, his ground game is amazing in that he is laying on the ground, getting the stuffing beat out of him by Frass's Zob. Coach Frass. Coach now with Roscoe. Collar and belt. Slams him again. He's taking Roscoe on a tour of this cage, an intimate tour of this steel cage. And now Coach Frass with that Singapore cane and a big smile on his face. Coach Frass all fired up. Is he going to use that? No, he's not. He threw the cane down. I know Coach very well. He doesn't need a cane to make Roscoe suffer. And it looks like another shot into the cage, and Roscoe Leech is busted open. And now Coach just dragging the head of Roscoe Leech across that steel cage, and you see Roscoe Leech a bloody mess as we are coming up on the closing seconds of this 5 minutes. Coach Frass with that Singapore cane, and he just cracks Roscoe Leech right into the head. And there it is, fans. The stipulation has been fulfilled. Give it up for Coach Frass. The Tribe victorious this evening as Frass and his son Adam embrace in the middle of the ring. And look over a fallen Roscoe Leech, who is a bloodied, beaten mess. Hopefully Roscoe will learn something from this, but I doubt it. Fans, we're going to leave the cameras rolling here, and I'm going to part out for the night. I want to thank you all so very much for making 2022 a fantastic year for CSW. Whether you watched us from your home on YouTube or you came to an event, your support is greatly appreciated. To all of our sponsors who sponsored us this year, thank you so very much. To our crew, our production crew, thank you for all of your hard work. For everybody that helps come and set up and tear down, we thank you. Like I said, we're going to leave these cameras rolling, fans. We're going to get we're going to get a camera to the back for some words from the Tribe. But for CSW, I am Jeremy Seeger. Please visit us online at cswwrestling.com. We're on Facebook, all your favorite social media channels.
But you bet your ass, it's only going to get better in 2023.
Fans, once again, be sure to visit us on our social media. Twitter is CSW Wrestling KC. Facebook, Central States Wrestling. Instagram, CSW Wrestling KC. Thanks again for a fantastic 2022. We'll see you in 2023. I'm Jeremy Seeger for CSW Video. Have a great night.
It's not a catchphrase, it's not something that I just put on merchandise to make money. It's a way of life. You can't kill Kenny, and Davey Vega found that out tonight, and the entire Kansas City crowd found out exactly why you can't kill Kenny Alfonso. So my journey here at CSW is just beginning. Now you tell me what you know about that.
Premier, tonight you took us to the limit. we weren't expecting that from you. And, you know, in a way, you kind of made us proud. We weren't expecting you to man up the way you did, but tonight you showed us a little bit. You showed us a little bit of a fight, and we like that. And the thing is, you know, the fact that you did take us to the limit, there's a thing about it, you know, a thing that happens with the Howletts.
The thing that happens is that everybody starts to understand that the Howletts have no limits. 2022 was a year full of ups and downs, and the premiere was at the center of all of that, of all of it. But 2023, CSW continues to be Howlett country.
Hey, face your fears.
Fear the Howletts.